Okay, welcome. So if you're like me, you're a football fan, and here we are, April 23rd of 2015. The season's still several months away, but if you're like me, you just can't wait for the season to begin. So I saw a report on the Bleacher Report today, and they basically went through every single game for every team. And since I'm a Jet fan, I'm going to go through the picks here. First of all, I have to say that I've got the Jets at 6-10 for this year, and I know you're saying, "Wow, you're a fan. You only pick them 6-10." I was way too optimistic last year. I thought the Jets would go 10-6. They actually went 4-12. The previous year, the Jets were 8-8, so I thought they'd actually get better. I thought Geno Smith would be a little more savvy and would improve, and actually seemed to go the other way. So I predicted 10-6 for last year. Jets actually went 4-12. So this year, I'm going to say Jets 6-10. So I've got them beating the Browns, beating the Redskins, beating the Raiders, beating the Jaguars, beating the Dolphins once. As you know, they play the Dolphins twice every year because they're in the same division, and beating the Titans, and then losing to everybody else. So I'm just going to go through the Bleacher Report's picks and just talk about where we agree and where we disagree. So first game is at home against the Cleveland Browns, and they've got the Jets winning this game by a score of 27-23. I have to say I agree with that. So at quarterback, the Browns are going to have either Johnny Manziel or Josh McCown. Neither of those guys are great. I think the Jets' defense should be too much for the Browns. So Jets 27, Browns 23. I agree with that. Okay, next game, week 2, at the Indianapolis Colts. I think that's going to be bad news for the Jets. The Colts play well at home, and the Colts with Andrew Luck have a very strong offense. They've got the Colts 33-21 over the Jets. Once again, I'm going to agree with that. Colts offense just much too strong for the Jets. Okay, week 3 against the Philadelphia Eagles. They've got the Eagles 19-14 over the Jets. Once again, I'm going to agree with it. I'm going to agree with this, but I think this is the kind of game that could go either way. Don't forget, the Eagles are going to have either Mark Sanchez or Tim Tebow, who, yes, is back in the league now, at quarterback. So anything can happen. If Sanchez plays anything like he played against the Jets, then it could be a good day for the Jets. But overall, I'm going to go with the Eagles here, 19-14. But once again, this is one of those that could definitely go either way. Okay, week 4 is an interesting week. It's against the Miami Dolphins, but they're playing at Wembley Stadium. And it's a 9:30 a.m. Eastern start time at Wembley Stadium. So I don't know what time it is in Wembley Stadium, but 9:30 a.m. Eastern. So that's got to throw both of those teams off a little bit. So really it's a question of who's going to make that trip better, who's going to adjust to the time difference and that long flight and all that stuff better. I also think this is a game that can go either way, but they've got the Dolphins 26-19. I'm going to agree with that. Okay, week number 5 for the Jets is a bye week. Okay, week 6, Washington Redskins. So my real question about the Redskins is, what do they really have? Do they have a great offense? No, not really. Do they have a great defense? No, not really. I don't really think they have anything. Robert Griffin III is right now the front runner to start at quarterback, but who knows, and who knows what kind of condition he's actually going to be in. So they've got the Jets 20-12 over the Redskins. I don't like the 12. I'll just say Jets 20, Redskins 13, but I agree Jets are going to beat the Redskins, really just because what do the Redskins really have? Okay, next week, week 7, at the New England Patriots. Now, the Jets traditionally play pretty well against the Patriots. Don't forget, records in a rivalry like this don't really matter. With the exception of one game several years ago where the Patriots beat the Jets, something like 55-3 on a Monday night game, these games are normally pretty close. If I go back to last year, so to 2014, the Patriots beat the Jets 27-25 in their first meeting and 17-16 in their second meeting. So 2 games, the Patriots beat the Jets twice, but by a total of 3 points. Okay, so now the Bleacher Report has the Patriots 21, Jets 17. I would agree with that. I think overall, Brady, much as I hate the guy, the Patriots offense is just going to be a little too tough. But hey, I'm hoping that they can pick the Patriots apart. I just don't think it's going to happen. And this game is in Foxborough, by the way. So Patriots 21-17 over the Jets. Okay. Next, Week 8 at the Oakland Raiders. So I think the Jets definitely should be too much for the Raiders. And they've got, let's see, they've got the Raiders 21-12. I'm sorry, they have the Jets 21-12 over the Raiders, and I would agree with that. I think ultimately the Jets' defense is going to prevail in this one. And they have an interesting comment. It says, one of the benefits of finishing in last place in the division, meaning the Jets, is that typically it means a meeting with the Oakland Raiders, who are annually one of the worst teams in football. I have to say I actually really like the Raiders, but yeah, I don't think they're going to do that great this season. So Jets 21, Raiders 12. I would say probably Raiders 13, but okay. Jets should win this game. Okay, next week, Jacksonville Jaguars. Once again, a great comment in the Bleacher Report. He says, some games on the calendar are just hard to get excited about. This is one of them. Couldn't have put it better myself. And so they're going to have probably Blake Bortles at quarterback. Not a bad quarterback, but I think Jaguars just need a lot of work. Jets should be able to handle the Jaguars, I think, pretty easily. They've got Jets over the Jaguars 19-14. I'm going to say I think it's going to be a little more lopsided than that. I could see more like a Jet 27 and Jaguar 14. Okay, Week 10 is against the Buffalo Bills. Now, if you remember last year, Buffalo beat the Jets twice. First time 43-23, and the next time 38-0. So Buffalo won both meetings against the Jets last year. Buffalo is going to have Rex Ryan as coach, by the way, and Jets have a new coach, Todd Bowles. But I think that this is going to be bad news for the Jets. So they have the Jets winning this game 14-10. I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to say Bills 14, Jets 10. The Jets have had problems with the Bills in the past. Okay, next game is at the Houston Texans. So neither of these teams are real powerhouses, but they're saying the home field advantage goes to the Texans in a close win, and they've got the Texans 20-16. I think that's pretty close. If this game were at MetLife, I'd have them about even. But the fact that it's in Houston, the Texans 20, Jets 16. And here's what they say. The Jets' best bet in this contest will be to confuse Hoyer, that's Brian Hoyer, with a variety of pass rush packages and coverages that will force him to doubt what he is seeing. Disguise and aggressiveness will be the name of the game. So some good comments there. Okay. Next week, Week 12 against the Miami Dolphins. So last year, they split against the Dolphins. In the first meeting, the Dolphins beat the Jets 16-13. In the second meeting, the Jets won 37-24. So since I had the Jets losing the first game to the Dolphins, the one they played at Wembley Stadium, I'm going to say the Jets are going to beat the Dolphins, and the Bleacher Report has the Jets 17, Dolphins 14, so that sounds fine. Jets win this one. Okay, Week 13 at the New York Giants. Now, as you know, they both play at MetLife Stadium, so it shouldn't really matter, but the Giants are technically the home team here. The Bleacher Report has the Jets winning this 20-17. I'm going to disagree, and I'm going to say Giants 20, Jets 17. But they make some interesting comments here. It says, the Giants' pass defense may have a tough time accounting for the Jets' bevy of pass-catching threats in Eric Decker, Brandon Marshall, who's new to the Jets, we haven't seen him as a Jet, and Jeremy Curley, not to mention tight ends Jay Samaro and Jeff Cumberland. It also says that the Giants are going to be really reliant on Peyton Manning and the receivers to move the ball on offense, and that a one-dimensional attack is never a good thing against an aggressive defense like the Jets. And I agree with all their comments, but I just think the Jets are going to find a way to mess this one up, and Jets are going to lose this one. So they've got Jets 20, Giants 17. I'm going to say the opposite. Giants 20, Jets 17. Okay. Next game against the Tennessee Titans, and this is at home. Now, the Jets beat the Titans at home last year 16-11, but prior to that, they have had problems when they played the Titans when they went to Tennessee. Fortunately, this game is at MetLife Stadium. So they've got The Jets 21, the Titans 17. I am going to agree with that, but I have to say, if this game was in Tennessee, I'd be going with the Titans. I don't know if you guys saw the game a few years ago when Jets had Mark Sanchez, and they played the Titans at home, and they got eliminated from the playoffs. Sanchez was fumbling, Sanchez was throwing interceptions. At one point, it looked like the Jets could come back in that game, and Sanchez, I believe, he either fumbled or got intercepted with like a minute to go in the game, so it was just a disaster. So, but this game is at home at MetLife, so Jets 21, Titans 17. Okay, Week 15 at the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think this is going to spell well for the Jets. They've got the Cowboys 30, Jets 16. I would agree with that. I think the Cowboys offense is just too much for the Jets. I am not a big Tony Romo fan, but they've got Dez Bryant, Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley. They've got some good receivers. I think the Cowboy offense will be too much for the Jets. Okay, but the Jets I think will hang in there, but I think ultimately they'll lose the game. So Cowboys 30, Jets 16. Agree with that one. Okay, next one, New England Patriots. They've got the Jets, when I say they, meaning the Bleacher Report, they've got the Jets beating the Patriots 21-17. I'm going to disagree with that, and I'm going to say that the Patriots are going to win this one as well, although as we talked about before, the Jets are going to make this one close. So they say if the Jets can keep Brady off the field, they stand a chance at a victory. And I totally agree with that, but I just don't think they're going to do it. It also says the Jets' stout defense, coupled with a tough-nosed rush attack, the Jets have a formula that's worked against the Patriots in the past. And I agree, and I think they'll keep it close, but I don't think they'll get the victory. So they've got Jets 21, Patriots 17. I'm going to say Patriots 21, Jets 17. Okay. Last week, against the Buffalo Bills, they've got the Bills winning 28-13. I would agree with that. The Bills just seem to have the Jets' number. So once again, to sum up just the Jets' wins, Jets beating the Browns, beating the Redskins, beating the Raiders, beating the Jaguars, beating the Dolphins, and beating the Titans, and losing every other game. So we'll see. Okay, thanks for watching.